Yes.
I think this is very unfortunate happening to have hit a service like the, like the police service. It's a matter of gross unprofessionalism, insubordination, careless handling of information by senior officers, and hatred for a colleague, and a betrayal of orderliness, disrespect for late processes. So these are the issues: insubordination, breach of processes. If they had any issue, the police council was there. Yeah. They could have laid their complaints to the police council. With all due respect to Mr. Bugri Nagri, is he the man in charge of the police service? Does he own the police service for you to go and be reporting these things to him? He was sitting in his comfort. You brought issues to him. He also recorded you. Now this is where we find ourselves. All those officers in another country, right there and then, for people who were supposed to be handling. You see, sometimes look, it's a thinking problem. For these guys to even have, for people who handle sensitive information, when CIDs work, they collect information, sensitive government information, investigating. The IGP and his men are supposed to even investigate, including the president himself. Yeah. When there's a scandal, it's a BNI, and this is a way they could free themselves. It should have taken just 1 hour for all of them to be rounded up into police cells when that thing happened, because it was a national security threat for senior officers of the SAT to come out with such things in public. So I think properly to be said, well, they should have been punished well to deter others. But this is where we are. We have allowed the unprofessionalism to go free. We have allowed the gross insubordination, even in the public gallery. When the committee was on, you saw the posturing of the man who went out there talking carelessly. He was in the open, freeing and talking just like that. But well, who am I, son of a poor banku seller, to decide for the ones who have been schooled and trained to handle this? But all I can tell them is that all these are precedents that have been set. When you set the precedents and it's good for all of us.
All right, so
when it's bad for all of us.
Okay, so in wrapping up, just a quick line from citynewsroom.com. The story that says IGP leak tape committee cites the superintendents, the two of them, for contempt of parliament. It's a quick line here, and it gives the reasons, but then it says here, the committee therefore recommended that the two be given stiff punishment for their conduct, because pursuant to Order 30 of the Standing Orders of Parliament and so on, they came and changed their story, they told, untruths in Parliament and all of that. Please, quickly, if you could just wrap it up for us.
Yes, it will be interesting to see the kind of punishment Parliament will give to these people. As for the Asari guy, is it Asari?
Yes, it's Asari and SGB.
Yeah. I watched him before the committee, his conduct, his posture, his demeanor, clearly unprofessional of a serving officer. I don't know if he's retired. Now. If he's retired, I think that he should be punished, sanctioned posthumously, and if some end of benefits should be taken away from him, at least he must suffer from that conduct. This is not the kind of example we want to set for our young officers and our people in uniform.
Some laissez-faire attitude.
Yeah,
carefree, careless attitude.
He was just reckless, very unprofessional, so uncooked, and the way he speaks, very. But Kweku, and then I think after this report, we saw that there was some statement flying around that the IGP has been sacked.
That was last night.
Yes, and then the police had to come out to clarify that.
IGP has been asked to proceed on
Kweku,
it was a story that came
that was
social
flying
media
out after the report. Kweku,
wow.
Personally, I'm not a fan of Dampare. But I think Dampare has been one of the best IGPs we've had so far.
Oh yeah, he's done good.
Being objective.
Especially police community relations. And,
yes, policing.
Yeah.
Police visibility on our streets, law and order enforcement, discipline, let's not take it out for him. And so, but there is this whole,
you should have 30 seconds.
There's this whole agenda around him. Today, some people want to get him out. So, like we also before this committee and all that, I think it's clearly unhealthy. Leave the IGP to do his work.
He's stopping them from using their sirens.
And some people are also
he's
of the
been tough on
view
that.
that based on what happened in Asin North,
Right.
the kind of policing that went on.
Oh yes, when
some
he poured
people-
all the senior
so-
officers and
some
things
people
like that.
believe that if the same level of security is displayed on election day, some people will not have their way in the elections.
Okay.
And so some people are just scared and want to get him out. Please,
All right, please, thank you very much.
you
Mr.
cannot get
Thompson.
the IGP out a few months for election without raising suspicion, reasonable suspicion. And when you raise reasonable suspicion, what you do is that you
We should all
end
be
up
interested,
increasing the tension.
All right.
And so I think it's a responsibility for all of us to protect the IGP.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Thompson. That's Mensah Thompson, the Executive Director for Alliance for Social Equity and Public Accountability. And we also have here Kabute Okansi, who is the Executive Director for Revenue Mobilization Africa.